Hello and welcome everyone. Thaddeus here in my tech world, and I've made some changes in dealing with some of the tick issues that I've been having. I have made a couple of significant changes. Probably the most significant is that I decided to go ahead and take out special mobs. Just because it was causing a few issues in single player, but in my multiplayer test server, it was basically killing it. And there's another change that I'm in the process of making, and that is that I'm actually going to be taking out Railcraft. I just got all of this set up, but there's another mod that I've already installed that I can use to replace quite a bit of the stuff that I would normally use Railcraft for. And you might notice this guy is a mummy. And that's because I still needed extra mods, and specifically for adding some extra mobs in. And that's where this guy comes from. He is from a mod called Witches and More, and you can see he's trying to stay in the shade right there because he will burn in sunlight, very much like a zombie. And now he's going to run and try to get into the shade. And if you notice, he does have quite a few hit points, and they do drop bones, and occasionally they will actually drop string or wool because of the cloth surrounding them. The mod is called Witches and More, and it also, of course, adds in witches and some other mods, or some other mobs here. Let me go and finish this guy off here. So you can see that these guys do take quite a few hits. Whoa! And hopefully I've got the spawn rate down low enough, because in my earlier testing, when I wasn't recording, one of the problems that I had was these guys were just all over the place, to the point that I didn't have any really normal Minecraft mobs. So none of the structures will have generated in the world that we've already been playing with. So I am going to have to run around and find some new chunks to force some of the generation of the Witches and More structures. They are pretty cool. I think you guys will like those a lot. So if I'm taking out Railcraft, why is this stuff still here? Well, it's still here because I'm going to continue to use it while I'm getting ready to take Railcraft out. Now, when I say I'm getting ready to take it out, one of the things that I was using Railcraft for is down here. And it is this giant tank here with mob essence in it. I've got 70 buckets worth, and I don't really want to lose that. So one of the things I need to do is I need to get a replacement tank. And I do have a couple of options for that. Let's go ahead and go inside here where it's nice and safe. So let's go ahead and look at what kind of tank that we have available. So if we take out the Railcraft, we have ender tanks, of course, which aren't really going to do what we need. We've got some of the Buildcraft tanks and thermal expansion tanks. We've got open blocks tanks, and then there's this dynamic tank from Mechanism. And with that dynamic tank is some other components here. Let's see if I can find where they are. Let's see. Well, let's go ahead and go into the Mechanism mod here. So if we do @MEK, that'll bring up all the Mechanism stuff here. So what we're looking for is the dynamic tank. And let's see if we can find it. Okay, there's also a dynamic valve and some dynamic glass. So these will function basically the same way as the Railcraft tanks. But they can actually go a little bit bigger. I'm not sure what the internal capacity for them is going to be. at that, but they can go to, I believe, 12 by 12 or so. For those of you who are familiar with the old Zycraft mod that we're all still waiting on to update, they're very similar to those. Now, I haven't done this yet in creative mode or anything because I wanted to go and jump in here so that we could kind of learn how to do some of this mechanism stuff together. So let's go ahead and look at what we're going to need to make, first off, the dynamic tank. So we need some steel or some compressed steel from Galacticraft. So first off, let's go ahead and get some steel going. Since we still have Railcraft, we can go ahead and use the Railcraft steel to get this tank done. And it's not going to matter once we go ahead and swap that out and replace the tank. So we've got a dynamic tank. Dynamic glass is going to be the same recipe of steel, just with glass in the center. And the dynamic valve just has a mechanism control circuit or an electronic circuit from Industrial Craft 2. So this one here, enriched alloy with some redstone, which can be made using a metallurgic infuser. So we may go ahead and just use the IC2 circuit to get us started. And then once we get this tank done and we get rid of all the Railcraft stuff that we've got sitting here, then we'll go ahead and we'll start working on the mechanism, power system, and machines. Because there's a lot of stuff in here that I would really like to check out. And so let's go ahead and start making some steel. Let's see if we've got any steel sitting around here. If we do, where would it be? Well, let's just go ahead and type in steel here. And we have a steel sword, which isn't going to do us much good. There's a steel shovel. And let's see. So basically, let's go see if we've got anything sitting in the blast furnace. Since we did make a lovely blast furnace, we do not have any steel in it. So let's go ahead and make some steel. Obviously, we're going to need quite a bit. So let's just go ahead and throw the 41 iron that we have in there. Because, oh, look at this. Looks like this has stopped. So it is all the way down at bedrock. So everything here is done. We can go ahead and break this. And let's go ahead and see what our final output is here. So it doesn't look like anything fell on the ground. Okay, so we've got some iron, we've got some ferrous. Very nice. So one of the things I'm going to need to do is get rid of some of the stuff in my inventory. Now let's see, can I melt this iron plate back down? I think I can. Let's go ahead and take a look. Let's see. Because I'd really like to get my iron back. Oh, I can throw it in for a steel ingot. So that's at least not a total waste. So when this thing is done, we are going to stick that in there to get an extra piece of steel. Now these boiler tanks, basically what I'm going to have to do is, if I can melt them down, I will. And I know the boiler tank is viable, but let's just go ahead and see. Oh, I can get steel ingots out of them. So let's go ahead and take this iron out of here, because there's no reason to leave it in there. Oh, that was a weird thing to right-click in place. Let's see. So, since we didn't have anything in here, let's just go ahead and turn this straight into steel. I probably won't be able to do anything with the boiler firebox, but we'll take a look and see. So it's kind of strange that I'm doing this, but it's something that I kind of feel that I have to do. I wouldn't do it if I did not have a very good reason, and one of those reasons is that, in particular, for some of the multiplayer aspects of this, is that Railcraft can sometimes cause some problems with tick lag. So what I'm doing is I'm removing that from the equation, especially for dealing with this on a server. There are some air blocks that Railcraft can cause some issues with. And basically, I want this mod pack to be able to be played on the lowest kind of server possible. Now, let's go ahead and see if there's anything we can do with these. I can probably stick them in a rock crusher or something. I can use them to make a locomotive. Okay, that's how to make them, and that's it. So these are kind of a waste. So the brick I'm not worried about. The fire charge, that's definitely going to be wasteful. The furnace is not. But I think we'll be okay. Oh, let's see. Oh yeah, I had water going into this thing, didn't I? Because of the steam. So, okay, that's done now. Let's go and get this out of here. Wait. Oh yeah. I'm not worried about losing the creosote. Definitely not worried about losing the creosote. I'd rather not, but I don't have a lot of use for creosote at the moment. Creosote is pretty much just used within Railcraft, so it's not going to be a big loss there. Let me just go ahead and get this cleaned up here, and yeah, I should have already put that in there to be getting the why can't I think all of a sudden? The steel going. Okay, so I've got all of these guys. Let's throw those in there, and we're going to turn those into steel. And I guess right now I'm pretty much just making free charcoal. Not that I really need it. So let's see what else we can do here. So we are also going to lose our steam engine that we made using quite a bit of resources. The commercial steam engine. But I will get 12 steel ingots back. So I can live with that. And I'm going to lose the oil and a couple of other things. It's kind of a weird trade-off, but I think we'll be alright. Let me go ahead and... You know what? There was a hopper in here. So basically anything I can find that I can replace... Let's see, commercial steam engine. So once that's done, taking care of all that, it should start to process that. And let's go ahead and grab, ooh, nice, some of our resources over here, namely iron, ferrous, copper, ooh, nice, redstone, lapis. I need to start working on replacing the tools that I lost when I died last time. Still quite upset about that. I might go ahead and use some of these rubies to start making some cheap tools. Oh nice, some raw silicon from Galacticraft. That'll come in handy later. Copper... And let's see, aluminum? Nope. Uranium. Okay. So, I don't think I have any more cobalt or anything left over here, do I? Let's see. Oh good, I do have some cobalt left. Let's go ahead and... one of the things you can do now is with the Another One Bites the Dust mod is you can pulverize cobalt. Now, I don't believe the nether ores give you any secondary outputs. You know, I should just have that thing output straight over to there. Since it's already there, I might as well. Let's see. Let's see. Can these be melted down? I hope so. I can get steel nuggets out of these. Well, you know, steel nuggets are better than nothing, right? So, let's take that. What about this one? Can I get nuggets out of you? Yay! And probably the walls as well. So, let's see. What are you putting in there? You should be giving me some cobalt. There it is, cobalt dust. So, you're going to get the 2 dust so you can make regular ingots if that's what you would like to do. It's not going to make a big difference, really. Oh, gold ore and gold gravel. Okay. So, I just wanted to show you guys that it is absolutely possible. And that guy's probably down under there. So let's go ahead and throw in the tank valves. What about the rolling machine? I'm not going to need a rolling machine. Can anything be done with that? Doesn't look like it. Okay, so you're going in there. We're up to 6. And how are you doing? You're on the last one. Good. I don't have any iron floating around here. I should. Some gold ore, silver ore I'm definitely going to need. So I definitely need to start getting some of this stuff processed. Ferrous, some lead. Okay, we've got 3 diamonds left. Coal coke. You know, I should just use that instead of the coal over here, because once railcraft goes away, there will be no more coal coke. So let me just take you out, and didn't I grab the coal coke? No, I must have grabbed the coal crack. And there it is. There's the coal crack. Yay. I guess I didn't realize that I didn't have any inventory space. So right now I just kind of want to maximize what I've got here for my resources. Let us throw... Let's see, where's the output going for the charcoal? I guess it's just staying there for right now. Let's go and put this in here for right now since I don't need to carry it. I'm not worried about the... Okay, so I do have some ardite. Maybe I'll just melt that down anyway. But cobalt is what we're going to make our hammer out of. And then I definitely need to get some obsidian, because I have a special tool that I'm going to show you guys how to make. I rather like it myself. It does some very nifty things. Let's see, you and those. Got a tin plate. Can that be used for anything? Coolant cells from IC2. Okay, that's a tin plate, not like the iron plates from the rolling machine, so that's fine. Pulverized iron, so I might get some, I need to get another hopper. I should just take this one because I really don't need any more charcoal out of this thing. So let's go with the walls and gauges. Let me take this. Is that all of it? Good. Alright. So steel production is going quite well. I am going to go ahead and turn this on as an input, and I'm going to start throwing some stuff in here. Let's see, some iron, some copper, silver, and ferrous. Alright, and then how is the power system doing down there? Can I see? Hardened energy cell is full. This thing here has plenty of energy, but let's see what kind of food we've got available to stick in there. Any food? Nope. How about in here? I got 53 raw beef. Well, I got so much charcoal that I don't even care. Cook it.